Hello, and welcome to a bit of a late start from me, but game number 2 of a battle between Luna Lovegood and myself, Homer. Very interesting matchup. This was done in the preliminary stage here of the group stage is Division 8 of Steel Division 2, as the bomber here completely deletes this opening push. I knew I had to be quite aggressive with these. Off map also getting the emergency down here, but Luna does spot it with the BF-109 and is going to hope to chase down that airplane, but it does get out. So Luna's aggressive start here in the center, which you do have to do on Indomancy, is completely shut down, as I forget a sniper in the back. Lati's forced to unload early. Fedjega and snipers here doing a good job to fire off, but the emergency does go down, forcing some of these to fall back. The infantry does get into this position here, and the Fedjega is trying desperately to stop these troops. Lati is also in position against any future rushes. Taka and Poya is going to get shots on that Flak-Truppen, while the IG-18 duels with the 76 here. Recon plane as well. BF-109 still in the air. Triple star infantry here. But I have a very, very interesting Rima Rapana Vanguard deck where there's no commander here, so I'm just taking 2 cards of dual stars, Yakari and everything. The 20mm or 50mm mortars that the 52nd Zerungs get, they are the Russian mortars, so very, very interesting there. But does not quite get the pin down on my infantry, as I just decided to move them forward. Flak-Truppen now. Generally a very good CQC unit, but versus the Finnish infantry, not that great. Or rather said, they're good to like tank things, right? RM-38's firing at the Sissy here as the Flammwaffes, Fashion Flammwaffes come forward now. Sissy do get the better of them, and this infantry is going to be forced to fall back. Of course, no Fedjega being dedicated to this position down here. So we've got the Siskopia, which is the 2 Rock 3 flamethrowers, as the IG-290 does take out the units down there for me. So 10 to 14, I am on the Vanguard infantry, so I do have to push quite aggressively. Fallschirmjäger going to be just absolutely dominating the mid-range here, tearing apart the Yakari, tearing apart the Hatsuvaki, as another Sissy comes in. There's a Pack 37 though, and a Lati here. Both of these anti-tank guns are moving forward now. Sissy forced to fall back, but my infantry does force Luna's infantry out of this little area here, which does enable me to get some kind of recon or something, or an AT gun into this position, though not as long as that Fedjega is there, to shut down any further advances in this position, which is very important. BF-109 trades with the Hawk, and I thought, well, let's get the off-map in. I actually wanted it to go up north, but mismicroed it heavily, so it goes down for basically free here as these 2 fighters just absolutely tear my planes to shred. The immortal DO-17, not sure if that's like intentional almost. Do get the bombs off, I believe, on the Fallschirmjäger, yeah, which does kill them, so very useful kill there. Luna has decided to take them in 2-star, as these 75 mils also get firing. Finally, I decided to bring in some AA, which I should have done, well, pretty much the second that I saw these fighters, really. Luna's air micro is much better than mine, and I should have known it. Another IG-290 here down south, but Luna has better things to do than reinforce this southern position, really, so can't create a stranglehold on it, and I know I'm putting pressure elsewhere. I do have a bunch of Yakari coming in, as this is Piani's first unload there. Bringing them around the other way rather than through this road, so they don't get forced to unload and then shot at by the sniper. I really just want to lock down this position as much as possible. BF-109 still flying around. Second Vectorton coming in. Still haven't noticed the attack on Poya, but my infantry here, for the time being, has just been completely shut down by the 2 Fallschirmjäger and the snipers in Flak-Truppen. Very efficient infantry that Luna has decided to use here. But 13 to 11, so I am slightly on the advantage so far. And the reason why I decided to showcase this game today is somebody was asking about it. So, despite this predating my casting career, if you can call it that, yeah, an interesting game nonetheless. Pickerton's doing a good job to ward off these planes finally, as the Hatsuvaki now in the open. Gets shot at by the snipers again. Vecchio as well coming in. Just reinforcements. Once again, 2-star. Alright, so does make them a little more dangerous, particularly with the leader around, but RM38 still providing lots of danger here. Fallschirmjäger. We're going to see if I can break through there. Takaboya coming up here. Just wanted to further shut down any of these troops here. At this point, I think I'm almost at a sissy. Yes, the BF-109 goes down to the actually 2 Vekatans shooting at it. 2 more sissy coming in as well. Still no reinforcements down here, but there's now a Yakari and a Sissy and Neely coming in here. With these coming in at 2-star for me, I am confident that I can defeat whatever CQC infantry Luna has put in here, but Luna hasn't actually put anything because there are more important things to shore up as the first Ju-88 comes in, and once again hits the center position. Fallschirmjäger do get away just fine though. Not going down this time as the bombs do. Actually, I don't think they killed anything. Still, time is what I'm training for now, just as I'm bringing up reinforcements, because I really need to get to the critical mass before B-phase starts trickling in. And then I need to somehow survive and push it to a winnable position here. That's kind of the worst thing about Vanguard, but I did think that I needed some way to really push heavily in A and build up forces, because I know I'm going to need howitzers. I'm playing Rima. I know I'm going to need AA out in A. I'm going to need a lot of things out to counter just Luna's absolutely evil micro. Maybe not quite evil, but you probably know what I'm saying here. Luna's very good at micro. Definitely considered by some to be Division 1 tier, despite being in Division 2, but Luna also a fan of very odd divisions. I did cast the game with Robert, I believe, where Luna picked 352nd into a 2nd Indian head and actually won that game. So just showcasing the skill there as the artillery gets down. Plan is, use this artillery. The bombers weren't really working out for me. Got to plaster this position here. Really got to force everything back. Just pin it down long enough for my troops to get a good force here. Sissy, however, being shot at quite a bit by just a ton of rifles here. That's like 30 rifles worth of troops as the Blenheim goes too far and does go down to the Focke-Wulf F8. Flak 36 also coming out here, so perfect time to use this artillery. As the Ratsovaki actually in the last of the infantry here in this force goes down. Takampoya though, with its 2 snipers. Fallschirmjäger has to be very careful here. It did do a lot of damage, and this Fallschirmjäger was kind of preventing any infantry from pushing forward into this green forest. And I could have smoked it off, but definitely just calling in some kind of sniper that the Fallschirmjäger can't reach to cover that position is also a good call. More Sissy, more Ratsovaki. First howitzer, second howitzer out now. So this is these are both 115 points. So this is almost 2 minutes of income here, with a squad of Yakaris as well. So a lot of my income has gone into planes. We saw the big plane opening, and these 155mm howitzers. The Vekatans aren't cheap either, so I'm kind of sitting here just with a bunch of infantry waiting on B phase. Because with 2-star infantry, everything, I am just slowly really losing the attrition fight everywhere except the center here. I do have the 1410 now that KM Flaktruppen has been pushed off, as the 75mm also gets shots on target onto this Grenadier. Luna obviously hoping that the Pak 36 could prevent some reinforcements, but I do manage to get the troops in there. One more coming in, so 3 howitzers total, and I only have 4 in A. That's how many you can take, and these howitzers are just going to be doing beautiful work here, trying to kill that RM38. This one's not firing, so a little bit of lack of micro here, but definitely doing good work here. Ratsovaki does have some staying power with the 2 Suomis, so does do fairly good, but the PPSH of the Tar, I believe, gets the better of them. So leader going down, the flag does go to Luna as the 3-star Fallschirmjäger now come in. I do decide though, having thought I killed this pack, oh, there's another one coming in to bring in a bunch of these BAF Cs. There's something else in Russian, but I can't quite remember what it is. 75 mil. Does take extra suppression, I do believe, from things like IGs, but this is also a like a repurposed artillery piece, so it does have excellent HE damage. Actually goes down though to the last shot fired, necro shot there, as the Flaktruppen and Grenadier try to retake this position. Not really in danger though. Yakari and Sisko Pioneer can deal with that, no problem. Once again, pack just out of range of this IG, preventing any infantry from trying to force its way into this forest, but I also have a lot, so I really wanted to shut down the center position. That's really the benefit of this side of Taliahunta, and during the game, I was so relieved that I started on this side. If I didn't, I would have had to do some crazy push in the middle and go for like all these flags, basically. These three, and then potentially this one as well, while sacrificing the 2-3 flags in the north here. But Phase B has come in, so a bunch of cavalry coming in. RM38 still doing good covering fire. One of the Fallschirmjäger has gone down to the artillery fire. So I'm just trying to build up more, and now I decided to bring the Sissy on the hill. I should have done this a lot earlier, because this hill is actually an excellent position to just blast anything at 1,000 meters while remaining in green cover here, or yellow cover alternatively. And that shuts down this reinforcement road, so AT guns and MGs aren't a threat, and it also gets good range on reinforcements coming in, so they have to unload early and can't get into this forest. As multiple Yakari now come to push this out. No tanks, no heavy support really in the 52nd Sicherung, still Phase C. So I am on a time limit here. It's still only 14:10. I need that extra flag, so I do need to start pushing. The BAF Cs though doing good work. They do have not a lot of ammo as the Pack 36 now comes up. The artillery once again forcing back the Fallschirmjäger. More reinforcements coming in for Luna though. Very cheap reinforcements too, with reasonably well staying power, as long as I don't get within that 150 meter range for my things to do, as I artillery my own troops. Congratulations to me there. Micro Expert of the Year. Dual Star Veketen versus Focke-Wulf 190. Does get its bombs off. Ratsovaki goes down. I do get quite a bit of damage on that, but it doesn't look like I have line of sight on that Focke-Wulf for very long. Bunch more Ratsovaki. Yakari Kapal also coming in here. I wanted to push the southern side of this, not expecting Luna to have anything down here and kind of outflank the rest of the forces here. If I can get these infantry in here and then in the yellow cover, a lot of the time you just move forward a little bit and you're within the 150 meter range fairly easy. That's the Taurus Avenue actually forces my cavalry to fall back, having been suppressed by myself, but does go down to that very almost suppressed cavalry. So good job there. Bunch of more reinforcements, mortar half-track coming in as well. I am still artillerying, trying to take out this flak that I did spot. IG, this is the Russian gun, or, well, I'm not sure who quite manufactured it, but definitely not a German gun, so I'll capture it. I do believe the Finnish get some of these as well, though I haven't brought any of them, as this kind of just shuts down this little push here. But Triple Ratsovaki, if they can get within range, they do have MGs, and these Latisantointas are not the worst in the world. Bombers, though, plastering the Yakari in the south here, thankfully not getting the surrender, as we just go back and forth and back and forth. And I do believe I bring my own Ju-88, the hero Ju-88 of this game, that I brought in at the very beginning. With these 500 kilogram bombs, if you bring them in an A, you only get one of them. So a lot of people don't take them for that reason. Well, a lot of people don't exactly play Raima either, especially not the way I play it. But Ju-88, got to get its bombs off, and we're just going to play back and forth until we can kind of secure the position here between us. Yakari kind of move forward now. Unfortunately, they are surrounded, so I don't believe they can surrender anything, but BF-109 and Ju-88. Oh, it's not, it didn't fly over the Veketans or anything, so I don't think the Veketan will be able to save it, but yeah, so it does eventually go down. And my airplay this game was just absolutely terrible, but artillery fire firing down. The Fallschirmjäger is pretty much dead here. Dual sissies as well, moving forward. The BAF Cs came around, avoiding the little AT gun, and now I've got Yakari basically able to come in. Though, having said that, the Fallschirmjäger definitely getting the better of them there. Vikten firing again. I do bring up another one eventually, and Luna actually has the income advantage, so it's all up to Luna now with like dual star pioneers and everything to really push these troops out. However, now that I've got my B-phase card of JU-88s coming in, I just buy another one. Focke-Wulf keeps getting its bombs off, so all my infantry force retreat. I do need lots more infantry, but triple howitzers still doing good work. Just really suppressing anything that's in this area. Luna is forced to fall back, and I can use that, the fact that Luna is forced to fall back here, to push for this flag, and the 15-9 has started now. Mortar continuing to firing. The AT gun here did go down, but nothing much happening in the center. Another Pack 36 coming in, but at this point my sissies have now moved forward and are going to get on those MGs as well as the Hatsuvaki give them support. And this infantry here is just completely pinned down, and we're waiting on just a couple more squads of infantry to come down and basically clear this up. Artillery still doing great work there. The 76mm coming in now. Dual purpose gun, very useful. Yakari going down here though. I do bring in a 45mm, trying to stop any future things, but there's a sissy here as well. And even if you bring in like a sniper or something to counter this, the sissy just with their Sampo L41, probably the best machine gun in the game, in my opinion, bar none. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Literally the tool of the gods, right? A little bit of Finnish lore there, but no, the Sampo is very much able to just tear other snipers apart. I do call them sniper killers for the reason. I am pushing these sissy up. I did think this mortar was a regular mortar, not a mortar half-track, but my division knowledge a little bit lacking there, as if Fallschirmjäger does get a Panzerstrike onto the BAFC here. Triple Hatsuvaki versus Fallschirmjäger though. Ooh, look how quick they get shot. Artillery still coming in though. Trying to get that mortar now. I do see it, but yeah, not much I can do. With these sissy this far forward though, this FK-88 is actually not in a good position, right? Because this does have a 1,000-meter range, this actually gets more accurate the closer you are, and even then, like, just the suppression on it. A lot of people say the Saturete, I believe, in 5th Monte are better, but I don't really think so. Sissy forced to fall back, though. Only one left to kind of punish these infantry from coming down, but there is now the dope coming in, as these are forced to fall back. Kavari moving into the forest. These aren't the worst at CQC. Obviously not as good as the Hatsuvaki or the Yakari. Hatsuvaki being able to use their LMG in the 100-meter range there. Leader finally moving forward. I do have radio on this entire area because of these sissies, but if those go down... Another push of Pioneers here, having dealt with the AT gun that was covering off the area, but I had a ton of units in the southern position from the very start, and now I'm just committing to a whole bunch of these lighter AT guns to secure this flag too. 17-7. It is moving slowly. I'm gonna try and get the BAF-C here to move forward and kill off the mortar. Surprising not to see any more infantry coming for me. But I do good with what I have. T-26 is finally coming to the front, so he's going to need some kind of AT gun, and the sissy really dealt with the other two. Down south, this position is just evaporated. More sissy coming in. There's the 76 mil up on this hill here. That should deal with all these light armored pieces, but it will take him time to do that. And with me almost sitting here on a 16-8, BFC giving good fire support. Yakari coming in. Fallschirmjäger very low. I believe this is the last Fallschirmjäger that they had, Luna had as well, as the sissies now engage with the 2-star Pentagon ideas. More sissy coming in, however, and well, they're gonna unload outside of the 1,000-meter range, and even with this one going down, gonna be very hard to do anything about that. BFC also run out of HE shells. Just finally managed to pin down that Fallschirmjäger. That's gonna give me so much pain. Briefly, 17-6. It looks like Luna recaptured this flag over here, but artillery still firing. Didn't quite manage to get the 81mm mortar there. 17-7 again. The Canadians are in this position. Latveki somewhat good support, but they're C-26s now. And at this point, there's really no way back for Luna. Even with the sea phase income, they're going to need a little bit more to equalize, like 3 or 4 minutes. And then after 3 or 4 minutes, they can potentially consider getting the income advantage and then pushing back. We do see us just a ton of infantry here, but as the first Jagdpanzer 4 comes in. But really, Luna counterpicking 50-second Sicherungs here into Raima Rapana, I don't think was really the call to make, because we get triple star sissies now just unloading on Panzer Grenadiers. BF-109's coming in, but there's a triple star Vectin here. Does get good suppression, but forced to fall back, and if I had mic'd this properly, that would even be a dead BF-109. Mobilwagen coming in, though, trying to prevent any airplay. Raima's excellent airplay, which you haven't really seen in the later phase B, just because I did lose so much. Artillery now firing at this position as we get some... Oh, I did bring the support guns in my Vanguard deck. Interesting. As we get some fire over here. Mortar still trying to kill units here, but there's nothing to follow it up with. And the Akari are still in this position, even with depleted Molotov cocktails. They're not gonna let that Pioneer advance too much further. Focal Move 190 coming in as well. Vectin, plenty of time to get on target, though. I do believe these have medium resilience, so Sissy is gonna get hit, but with that dispersion, not enough to ward it off, really. 31 seconds left on the game. Vanguard Raima versus 50-second Sicherungs. Very much two divisions you barely ever see. Or, well, Raima's becoming a little more popular, I think, in part thanks to myself, if I say so myself, but at this point, too little, too late. I've got these I-153s, which are pretty good anti-tank guns coming in, or anti-tank planes coming in, but they are warded up by the Mulong. Not that it matters, though. I've executed my plan clearly, secured the center, bombed this into submission. Artillery still firing now down in the south, trying to clear out these guns. And that's that. Clean game. Kills are pretty much even, actually. 16,800... 16,000. 1,685 to 1,605. And yeah, you can see the planes here for Luna definitely out-microing me. But, on the other hand, excellent Ju-88 at the beginning. A little bit of cheese there. A little bit cheesy, in my opinion. But a good showing for me. Pretty good efficiency on most of my units. And that's all you need to do in a Vanguard deck, is don't trade horribly and capture your flags, and you'll be good. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.